Hi everyone, this is Donna Winter and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Middletown, Connecticut in the USA. Welcome to my September online card class. Today is September 26th and it's 11 a.m. We're going to be making 3 fabulous fun folds today. And I will go over all the products that I use as I do the cards. And all you'll need today is a focal point stamp for this one here. Has a stamp and something that we're going to color out and fussy cut. And then sentiments. If you wanted to follow along, I'm going to have the measurements put to the side so you can see what the sizes are and stuff. So remember too that if you want to receive this card kit for free, you can place an order using the hostess code on or before October 5th. Right here, here's the hostess code. Then this is the link that you would go to on my online store. I'm going to have links down below that will take you there. Also, you can purchase the card kit without a Stampin' Up! Purchase. You can just purchase all the pieces here that you see. No stamping is going to be done for you, but you can use your own stamps. And that is $25. And then if you just want the written directions with the colored pictures, nice and big and easy to follow, that's $10. And all those links will be put down below for you. So let's get started and we'll start stamping. Let's do this card first. This is called, it's a swing card. It kind of swings on the inside. It's very fun. So the card kit for this looks like, I'll put that up there toward the top. Here is some of the measurements there. If you can see them, I'll just put those there. Hopefully they're not going to be in the way. And then here is what your card kit will look like. So let's see what we have here. That's the inside piece. So this part's going to be done for you. But what I did here is, this is 4 1/4 by 11 inches long, scored at 5 1/2. Then I glued the DSP to the front of it. And then I used the Everyday Detail dies right here. Everyday Detail dies. Here's there's a number down here, but I'll have all the links to all the products that I used. And this one, if you look at it, it's really a cool die. If I can get it out here. Oh, for crying out loud. Here we go. All right. So it cuts here, but it puts dots on each piece. So when you pull this piece out, there's dots on the outside. It's a very cool die. Very cool set. And the other die set I used in this too is this Nested Essentials dies. Okay, we used one of the rectangle pieces right here. I'll show it to you. This one here. Okay. All right, and let me show you too, if you'd like. I can show you what page this is in the catalog. So that one, this paper is in the front of the catalog. It's right here. So we're using the Poised Peony and this paper here. And then it has ephemera pieces in here, and it doesn't have as much paper as you would normally get in a 12 by 12 paper pack, but it's really cute. And it's actually not available right now in the store. It's on back order, but so you won't be able to order it, but maybe by the end of the month or by October you will. So that's that. So I did this part for you because I don't know if everybody has these pieces, and I wanted it to be so you could make the card. This piece goes on the inside. All right, I'm just going to put that aside. This is the mechanism piece that is right here, 1 3/4 by 2, scored at 1/2 inch. This piece here is the 4 by 4 3/4 inch piece, scored at 5/8, 1 1/2, 2 3/8, 3 1/4, and 4 1/8. And this is this part right here on your card. We'll put that on. So you'll have gems in here too. We'll put that up there so I won't lose it. We'll have a bow already made for you. You can trim it when you put it on. These pieces go on this part on the inside. This is the piece for the back. These are pieces that layer on here, okay, for the back, and then we'll be stamping here, and this will be for your stamped image, whatever you choose to use. We're going to be using the Poised Peony stamp set. So let's pull these out. I'm just going to put this aside here. Hopefully, I'll put that back and you can take a snapshot, or let me do that now actually. If you want to do a snapshot of this, a screenshot, okay, that tells you all the pieces that you need, okay? So I'll put this aside now. All right, I'll put that back. So we're going to be using Memento ink and the Poised Peony stamp set. This is for the flower pieces. You're going to stamp a small one and the larger one, well, the medium-sized one. I'll show you the stamp set and you'll see the actual stamp set. I'll put that aside. Oh, and I think I'm going to put a little one on the inside here too. I'll put that right about there. I want to leave room for my layers over there. And I think that's all the stamping that we're doing, right? No, I think there's one more. Oh no, on this one here, okay, I decided, so this sample has a different paper in it, but I decided to use the paper that actually comes in that frames and flowers. So I'm going to be using the Pretty Peacock because it matches that paper there, the Pretty Peacock. So we'll open this up, and this is for the inside. Let's celebrate. I really mushed that in there, didn't I? Hopefully I don't get it all over. We'll put that there. I know it's going to be crooked. Of course it's crooked. I have crooked eyes. I don't know. Let me try that again. At least we have another side. We can do the other flower in there again. All right. I'm going to try and look at this line here to try and straighten it up. Oh my gosh. Did I do it? Yes, I did it. Whew. Let's put that other one back into, what did I do with my black ink? Put that one back in there. Okay. And then this sentiment is going to go on here. Okay. That's good for that one. Put this aside so I don't end up getting all dirty. So this we'll put aside for a moment, and this, and we'll color this now. So I gotta find my blends that I used. I used light Calypso Coral and dark Petal Pink and Granny Apple Green for the blends colors. So I'm not going to have you sit and watch me do this, but what I typically do is, like, this is the light color. This is the light petal pink. And I would just color this whole thing light. And you want to wait a couple minutes. I mean, we stamped this a few minutes ago, so it's not bad. But if you do this immediately after you stamp it, it might smudge. So just lightly go over this with the light color. And if you don't like highlighting stuff and you just want to leave it, you could just leave it. But I like putting a little bit of a highlight in here. So I'm going to come in, try and think of where you would have a shadow on the flower, you know. So that's what I'm doing here, and I put that in there, right there, and right there. And then this one here, you'd put a little bit of a shadow all over that. And then we're gonna color the green, Granny Apple Green. This is the dark. I want the light first. I'm gonna take the light Granny Apple Green first. And then I'm using the nub end. This is small enough to use the nub end. Some of the bigger stamps that you would have, you could use the paintbrush type end. It has like a paintbrush type end, and this one's a little bit mudged, so I use these a lot. All right, so we're gonna just color the leaves a little bit, and then you can come in with the dark and just do the same thing. Put a little bit of a shadow where you would have a shadow, and then you can do like half the leaf in a shadow. If you just put a little bit there, then come back with this and kind of blend over it. And then it kind of takes away that harsh line, kind of, sort of. And once it dries, you'll see what I mean. That's not too bad. So then you're going to fussy cut this out. And I did want to show you a little trick that I learned. I know a lot of people don't like fussy cutting, but what you could do is draw a pencil line around your image right where you want to cut it. I mean, you could get it even closer if you wanted. Just be careful and draw the line all the way around your image and then cut it out. And so I already fussy cut this piece out and the small piece out, so you don't have to watch me do it. But I did just that. I drew the line around. So now I'm going to come in and I'm going to use an eraser and just erase any leftover pencil mark that I might have. Some people are really good at fussy cutting. If you're not and you do that, it really helps because then you just follow the lines and you're not trying to keep it perfect around the edge that you want to make. And then too, you can always follow right on the edge if you wanted to too. All right, so those are done. All right, what else do we need to color? We need to color this, so I'll color this quick. Let's use this side. And we'll just do the same coloring with this, with the shadow in here. I gotta shut my phone off. Okay, just a little shadow. And this is the light Granny Apple. Okay, that's good enough. All right, so let's glue these pieces on here and get that ready to go onto the back of our card. And then all we have to do is stick it on. And then we can go to the fun part of the card, doing all those other pieces. Here we go. Glue that there. And we'll put put that aside to put on. We'll have that. And we have these aside. Okay, so this is the mechanism piece. We're actually going to work with this first. So you see all the score lines are going to be in there for you, and we're going to go back and forth scoring this and burnishing it with the bone folder, which I have to dig out somewhere. Yep. All right. Actually, once we have it all together, I can do that. All right, so your piece is going to look like that. What we're going to do is we're going to take the base piece, open it up, lay it down here. And what we want to do is you want to put this onto the base card down here, obviously, with this fold at the bottom edge. All right, so I'm going to put a little bit of liquid glue right on that strip. And I'm going to get it to fit right on the edge of that piece. All right, and make sure it's even to the bottom edge. Lift it up, make sure. So this is 4 inches. The 4-inch side is going down, so you have like 1/8 of an inch on each side. So I did that on purpose, so when you put this inside piece in, it kind of disappears, so you don't even see that piece at all. It makes it go away. All right. So let's glue this inside piece in now, right there, leaving a little bit of a an edge around the top and the bottom. All right. Now we're going to take these strips. So there's 2 different sizes. The big one is the one that's going to go toward the back here. Okay. And this is for the inside. So you kind of don't see the beige on the inside. Okay. So we're going to, and I'm going to glue this right to the top of the fold. Right to the top here, and it's the exact same size as the beige piece. It should be 4 inches. All right, and that's going to just go like that. And then this next one you're going to put right here on the same, toward the top, attaching it right toward the top there of your fold. You're not going to see the bottom part at all once this whole card goes together. All right, so make sure it's even on the side. This one looks a little small, so just try and even it up so it looks even. Okay, so now once you have all that in, that's what it looks like. Okay, we are going to add glue right to this piece here, this part that's left over. Or you can use tear and tape too if you'd like. I don't recommend using the mono, and I'm not crazy about the snail that Stampin'Up uses now. And then we're going to glue that on. And that attaches your cute little stand-up part. Isn't that cute? Very cute. All right, so now we're going to put in the inside piece. So this piece, you just want to make sure it's going the right way, because there's definitely a right and a wrong way. That's upside down. So this way, you want to make sure it goes this way. And this part here is going to go on this piece here. Is that right? Let me look at this. Yes. Yes. Right. Actually, Okay, I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna glue this part onto the back of this piece. All right, the large part gets glued to the back of the piece that you're putting in. All right, just to the top, just like that. I did one of them backwards and I did it the other way and it didn't swing really well. So this little piece needs to be the part that helps it swing. So then you're going to put glue on the little part here. Okay. And you're going to bring this together, fit it nice and even, make sure it's going the right way. We already did that. And then hold it down. And that will attach to the back part of the card, or the inside part of the card. See? And then it swings. But you want to make sure it's nice and stuck. I'll show you like in there what we did. Okay? And now you're going to decorate the card. Okay, so we're going to take the sentiment and we're going to use dimensionals. Do I have some over here, I hope? Okay. I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back. I need to get a new pack of dimensionals out. And we're going to glue that the right way to the inside of the card here, toward the top, just like that. Then our flower is going to go over here, but most of it, as you see, is going to be off of the sentiment there, so we're going to put dimensionals on that. So this piece up here is going to get glued on, and I'm going to put dimensionals down on the end here. Let me see if I have another pack of dimensionals that are newer. Here we go. All right. So I'll put one there and maybe one there. Can I get that both off? And then I'm going to put a little bit of glue. Actually, maybe I'll put glue right on the label right there. And then we'll put that down. Making sure you don't go over this part because that you don't want it to stop from opening. All right. Then you're going to need glue dots to put on your bow. The bow's made for you, so either way it looks fine. So we're going to grab a glue dot, and what I do is I just stick the bow right into the glue dot, and it should pull off without too much drama. And then you're going to put your bow down here on the flower, and then you're going to need to trim the ends. How's that? That's good. We're going to put the little flower that you cut down here, and I think I'm just going to glue it on. It's already pretty thick, so we're going to just glue this on, I think. I'm just going to put a little glue right on the card. You don't want to go in the holes because that's, and we'll just put that sticking out just a little bit. How's that? Okay. And then remember your gems are in this yellow piece. And we'll get it. Let me get a pokey thing to help me get these off. I'm going to put one down here. Oh, these are loads of fun trying to get off. I have my take your pick tool, but it's actually in the other room because I have club on Monday night, so everything's out there in the other room. Okay, there we go. There. That's done on the front. Then you want to turn your card around and we'll attach the back to the back, and then you'll be done with this card. Card number 1. Oops, you know what? I need to trim that, don't I? I have a little spot there that needs trimming. You know, I pull scissors out and I can never find them. I don't know about you. Do you lose things all over your desk all the time? I do. Man, all the time losing stuff on my desk. It's usually right under my nose. Okay, so we're gonna put that on. Leaving. That's what I like about the glue. There's a little bit of wiggle room there for you. All right, so that's your card. Isn't that cute? I love that. And it's super easy to make. It really is easy to make. So that's card number 1. Card number 2 is the, actually, why don't we do this one first? Card number 2. We'll do this one. It's a little simpler. Let me just clean up my area here a little bit. All right. So this card number 2, you can make this any card. You could make it a sympathy card. It doesn't have to be celebrate. And you could put a sympathy sentiment in there. I should have pulled one out. But so here's the info with this. Let's put that up here. I'm gonna put this down here. Move this out of the way. Clean up a little. All right, so this card, I don't know if it has a fancy name to it, but I'm calling it the meandering birthday. So let's just pull out my directions. This is Blueberry Bushell, the base of this card. It's really pretty blue color. All right. And this meandering, let me see if I can find the page that this is. Oh, you know what? Meandering. I have a feeling that I'll have to double check on that. I thought that was Thoughtful Journey, but it's actually Meandering Meadow, and I'm pretty sure it's still available, but I can double check before. Okay, so the dies that we used here are from Spotlight on Nature. All right, and unfortunately right now they're out of stock, but they'll be coming back in. But this is Spotlight of Nature. We use this in one of the other stamp classes, but these dies are fabulous. You could get those just alone if you don't like the stamp set. I didn't use the stamp set at all, just the dies, but it's a great die set to have lots of circles and different types of circles. So this card kit, where's the card kit? Here it is. All right. Let me put this aside. Okay, so it will come like this. You're going to have a couple of gems in here. We'll put those aside. A little bow. Okay. So the base card is 5.5 by 7, scored at 4 1/4. Then the circle die cut, you're going to need a piece about 3.5 by 3.5. If you have another circle die, you could always use another die. These pieces, so this is the Azure Afternoon, 4 by 5 1/4. And then you're going to need 2 pieces cut at 2.5 by 5.25. That's for the flaps. A DSP piece here, 5 by 2.25. That's on the inside, yes. And the one from the outside, this is 2.25. Oh, from the right side. Oh, okay. So the left side of this designer series paper, this is one sheet of paper. Okay, so it's cut from the left side 2.25. That's what it means from the left side. And then this is 5 by 3.75. And this goes on. How did I cut this? I did. I put this on here. I thought I did, but maybe I cut it without, I guess I cut it without going on that. So I cut all these circles out for you because this is where this circle for the sentiment is going to go, okay? That's going to fit in there. All right. This is for your sentiment. It's kind of small, but you can always do something on another piece of paper and trim it. And this is going to be trimmed with the layer of the sentiment. And this is the piece that got cut out of this here. All right, and so we'll just put all this together. This is a pretty simple card. Here, what I'll do is I'll hold this up so you can see it, and you can take a screenshot of that. Okay? Perfect. Okay, so that's going to go away. And I'll put that there. All right. So let's start by putting this card together. I'm going to take my Azure Afternoon. What a neat name. Azure Afternoon. I'm going to glue that down to the inside of the card. Okay. Leaving a border around the whole thing. Try and get it as even as possible. Take your piece. This is Meandering Meadow. You know, this might be retired, but I'll double check and make sure. I'm going to have all the links to all the products down below in the description box too. So you'll be able to find it down there, and it'll be clickable, so you can click it and it'll go right to the order form for you. All right, so that's that. We're going to layer these on. Every single time I do a video, my nose starts to run. I think it's psychosomatic, I don't know. And this is going to be glued on too. So this is from another piece in the same 6x6. This helps use up your 6x6 paper. I know some people don't always use that up. I have a lot. And these scenery type pages too are really pretty. Really pretty, because you don't need a lot to make your card. The scenery does all the pretty stuff for you, right? Has all the pretty stuff on it. Okay, so we're going to put this on the front here, and this is all from the same piece. If you see it, put it together, it's the same piece. I'm going to close that. We'll put that on the front. Okay, so the only thing you really have to, where's my sample? I did. So I did put that on with dimensionals. So I'm gonna get my dimensionals and put it on the circle of the DSP. And the only thing you want to remember with this, I mean, it doesn't matter now, but when you put the whole piece on, you're going to want to make sure that it's going straight. It doesn't matter right this second, but all right, so that, and what I mean by going straight, you see how that came from there, so it's right about there that you want to put it in. So we're gonna make sure that it's even right there and right there, and I'm pretty sure that's going good. So I'm going to pick this up and I'm going to put my hands over the spot that I don't want to put dimensionals on, and I'm going to put dimensionals on the other side over here. 2 and 3 and then 2, you can put some right here, because you know that it's going to go in that spot too. Okay, and that way you know it's not getting stuck to the part of the card that you want to open it up. All right, so again, I want to eyeball, and I know that this is going the way that I want it. Let me hold it like that so I can actually see. I'm happy with that, so I'm going to press that down, so that's down. And I'm noticing here, when you get your piece, you might have some pieces you want to poke out. So probably poke that out before you put the whole thing together. How's that? There we go. I don't see any more. Okay, so now we want to do the stamping. So I have the inside, and that is with Blueberry Bushell, which I didn't pull out, which I'm surprised. Okay, what's the inside stamp? Best birthday wishes, and we use that for the other card, so I'm going to need to clean that off. So I will use my cleaner. With my spray. Here we go. Cleans it good. All right. Best birthday wishes. Again, it's going to be, let me just try that there and make sure it's okay. I think we're going to use this again on the other card that we have coming up. And celebrate. Okay, so we did use that in the other, but I wanted to show you I'm not using the whole part of it. I'm going to clean that off so you can see where I'm lining it up. And I'm just going to line up the word celebrate to ink. Hopefully you can see that. I'm making sure it's all covered. Okay. I mean, you don't need to mush it in real hard. These foam ink pads are nice and juicy. If you mush it, you get it all over the place. So we're going to try to line that up. As best as I can. Oh boy. I hope that worked. At least it didn't work very good, did it? We can try that again. We can flip it over. It's a good, you know, sometimes it's a good idea to do the other side to test first and then do it the way you want it on the other side. Okay, I think this is going to work. I'm sending vibes to get it to work. Oh, good, that worked. Yay. Okay. So this piece is going to get put onto this piece here and trimmed with scissors. I'm going to use my bigger scissors to trim. Okay. So we're going to glue this on. I got to get that out of the way. You know, and I'm not trimming that any. I think it looks fine. I know I trimmed it a little tighter there, but I think it'll be okay. If it doesn't fit, I can trim it again. All right, so let's get that out of the way. Let's close this up before I end up getting my hand in it. So this piece I just glued in. We're going to have a ribbon on the outside, and you also have that other piece already popped up, so you don't need more dimensionals on it. Make sure the words are straight. How's that look? Does that look straight? Looks all right. When you close it, it gets covered up there. So I'm going to glue the Celebrate down, and then I will put the gems on too. Actually, you know, maybe I'll put the gems on the actual Celebrate piece. Let's see. See it. This is tighter. So, I mean, you may want to trim it more, yours, when you get it. But I think what I'm going to do something a little different than I did on the sample. Instead of putting those gems there, maybe I'll try and put them here and here. See how that looks a little different. Oops, come on. Come on. Here we go. There, well, that doesn't look too bad. And then we need another glue dot. What did I do with the glue dots? My glue dots have disappeared. Is this what I'm talking about? Everything disappears on my desk. It was there, but they're not here anymore. Where do they go? That's the question of the hour. And I don't have any more on my desk. Oh my gosh. This is crazy. Okay, so let's see. What can I do? Oh, there they are. Okay, I found them. Found them. All right. So we're going to put the glue dot on again. So this is kind of a thin ribbon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag the glue dot and try and roll it a little bit. Roll it up just a little. I don't know. So that's going to go right about there. And then I'm going to trim it. Yeah. How's that? Oh, that Celebrate is crooked. All right, so there's your second card. That's the picture that it should look like. That's the one I just did. So I would definitely, if you like it this way, it's kind of, I don't know, it's a little different, but it's cute. Uses up your nice scenery DSP. That's card number 2. All right, card number 3 is this fabulous accordion double gatefold card. Isn't that fun? This is so easy to make too. You're going to be shocked because it looks complicated and it's really not. So the pieces that you're going to get are all going to be all put together like this. We're going to put that there. All right. Put that up there. So it's like this. These are your gems. Put that aside. This is the lemon that we're going to fussy cut out of. This is the paper for Mediterranean blooms. Let me pull that page in on. So this is a fabulous set, and this paper, I mean, this paper is gorgeous. So we're using this die cut piece here for the card. Okay, right there, this die cut piece in the die set, and we're using the paper, obviously, and then there's this circle is from what is the name of that set? I had it out already earlier. I showed you earlier the detailed dies set. That's what that's from. Everyday Detailed Dies. That's what that circle is from. This is from this set here. And the paper, obviously. So the paper does, or the die set does cut out the oranges on here. There's oranges here, but not the lemons. Boo-hoo. But it does cut out all the oranges, the big ones and the small ones are the oranges. So if you did this in orange color paper, and these are the little flower dies that come in that set too. So those are the dies. And the paper, Mediterranean blooms. All right, let's start with the base card. This is probably the easiest way to do it. So this base card is 5.5 by 9.5, scored at 1/2 inch, 2 5/8, 6 7/8, and 9 inches. Okay. Then there's another piece that is 3 by 10 5/8. So you're going to need a 12 by 12 sheet of vanilla paper. Oh no, I guess, oh no, yeah, you could use an 11, 8.5 by 11. What am I thinking? So that would be fine. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay. So that's 3 inches by 10 5/8, scored at 2 1/8, 4 1/4, 6 3/8, and 8 1/2. Okay. And we're going to burnish all those. We're going to burnish all these score lines. Okay. So it's going to be folded like this. Okay. Put that aside for now. Let's burnish all these up and making sure they're even. I know sometimes when you score things, they get a little bit off. So once you burnish it down, and then we want to score these too. And we'll do it in this way. Okay. Okay. All right, so this is your base card. This is the DSP flowered piece right here, designer series paper, flower design, 4 by 5 1/4. That's going to go on the inside. Let's put that in now. Put that in. And this is directional. I believe it is anyway. I mean, you may not think it is, but I do think it is, and that's crooked. So let's try and do that again. Sometimes this glue is not too wiggable. Come on. Okay. All right. I have a hard time getting things straight. Okay. So now these pieces of DSP. This is from a retired set that I used of DSP because it was the same color. So that piece, the green design, is 1 7/8 by 5 1/4, and you cut 4 pieces. Now, if you notice, 2 of these are going one way, 2 are going the other. So make sure you put the 2 that are going one particular way the right way. And in fact, I ran out of paper because I had it for all you guys. So these 2 I had to glue together or tape together, which you can see here. Actually, I should put this on the outside because it'll be covered. That's what I'll do. I'm going to put this on the outside because then it will be covered, mostly covered. Yeah. You see how I taped it together there? Because I ran out of paper when I cut these out. So I'm going to put that there. And this will be covered, so you'll never even know that it was there. If you put, and if you do this, if you make a bunch of these and you run out of paper or whatever, that's what you can do. Tape it together. And put it toward a spot where you're not going to see it, because you're really not going to see it back here at all. Not at all. Okay. Okay, and this front part gets these put on too. And this is going up that way, so. I haven't used the blue side of this paper yet, and I really do want to use it with the blue side. It's so pretty. The pretty blues. All right, so we're going to layer these pieces on the front panels. Okay. And look at that, it covered that totally up, so you really can't even tell that I taped that piece together. What do you know? Okay, so these are going to go on the inside here. And these don't get anything on them, although they are partially covered. They don't get another layer on them. There you go. There we go. All right, so now that you have those pieces on, we are going to put this piece on. All right, so there's a little bit of a trick, and there's a couple different ways you can do this. All right, first of all, you want these to fold together nice. Burnish them tight so they're nice and go together nice, okay? So this piece down here is going to get attached to the center down here. So honestly, I just eyeballed it. You can just eyeball it, or if you feel okay. So I'll show you what you can do. So if you have a piece of paper that's squared off like this, you can use your lines. So I'm lining it up with the line down here. It's going to be hard to do it over there, so you kind of, well, this isn't big enough to do it. This piece is not big enough to do it because it runs off the side. Anyways, let's do this. So I'm lining it up, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4. I believe there's 4.5 on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I wonder if that's a different size. Oh, crapoly, it is a different size. This is not going to work over here. I don't have a big enough piece. Okay, so we're just gonna eyeball it and go with that. All right, so I gotta stand up and see if I can eyeball it better from up here. Yeah, I think that's actually not too bad right where it is. I'm just making sure it's kind of straight. Because I mean, you do want it to be straight. You could actually get a ruler in here and make sure too. Let me get a ruler. So this is half, 1 1¼ from the bottom, and that is 1 1/4 from the top. Look at that. Jeez, I eyeballed that pretty good, didn't I? Wow. Okay. All right, so to get this glued down, I'm going to hold it and I'm going to flip this part up. And I'm going to grab my glue and I'm going to put it on here. And I'm going to hold it down. And that's all there is to that, okay? So now you see all these pieces here. We're going to remove those pieces here, 1, 2, 3, and 4. But we're going to glue this piece down first to the flaps, all right? So in order to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some glue and put it right in there. And I'm going to glue this portion down. And then you just want to make sure that it closes right when you do that, okay? And just let it dry a little bit there. I'm just going to flip this around to do it so I can do it over here. All right, so lift that up, eyeball where the glue goes. Just on that flap, put it down, hold it a second. I mean, if you use tear and tape, it'll be more immediate. Okay, but we need to put this back the right way so I don't have it upside down. So this is how it's going to get folded. So you just want to make sure that it folds well, okay? Once you get that glued on. All right, then you're going to come in and you're going to trim this off. You're going to cut this off. And just take your time cutting it off. You see how it's folded there? You want to get nice right next to that fold. Nice and neat. Okay. That's not too neat, but just try and be real careful when you're cutting. I mean, if you wanted to, you could measure up and cut all this on the on your paper cutter when you're scoring this all out. You could cut all this on your paper trim. So lift that up just a little bit and trim that aside a little. All right. So you see how I glued this out? So you can do it the other way too. If you look at this one, I folded it in so you don't see that flap. So that's even nicer to do that. I actually forgot about doing that, but that's okay. So just trim the rest of these pieces off. You could try and go underneath that just a little bit so it's not seen. Just try and be nice and straight and careful with your cutting. So I'm going just underneath it, just a hair. Okay. And that's it. And that's upside down, so I got to do it this way. All right. So this folds good. This folds really nice. So it should fold up good, and now you're ready to decorate. All right. We're going to layer up all these pieces. So ideally, if you have enough DSP, you could use the DSP in these spots, the green, but I didn't have enough for everyone. So I cut out the Mossy Meadow. So the Mossy Meadow piece is going to go here, here, and here. I'm going to glue those in. All right, let's put that there. All right. And this one goes here, and this one over to the right is going to get a piece of basic beige on top of it that doesn't get stamped because it's going to have the focal point on it. So we're going to take one of these beige pieces and we'll attach it to this side on this piece. All right, and those pieces we're going to stamp, and we're going to stamp that piece too. So I think this can go here. These can be put on, and just decide which way you want them to go, because there is, well, I don't know, are they, I don't know if I can tell which is up and which is, okay, so this here, no. This here. No, this here is the same. See how this is sticking up here? This square part is this square part here. So just kind of make sure they're going the same way. Or whichever way you like, actually. I don't even think it matters. I really don't. I could be wrong, though. When you actually put these through the impression folder, embossing folder, you can make sure, okay, so I got my dots up, so I got my dots up there, yeah, so these two are going to go the same. I guess look for the dots, that's kind of the easiest one to find. That's the same in these. So these are going to go on here. Okay, so let's put this aside for a moment and we will stamp. And the stamps are using Mossy Meadow. I think I used a different color on these, but we're going to use Mossy Meadow. And one of them is going to say, "In My Thoughts." In My Thoughts. Okay. And this is all from the Poised Peony set, all these sentiments from that Poised Peony set. Here it is right here. Isn't that pretty set? This doesn't have dies, so that's why we had to fussy cut that other one out. This hello is going on the circle. And I'm going to put it kind of sort of toward the bottom. Hello. Okay. And the other one we used for the other set. What did I do with my cleaner? Let me get that cleaner out again. Okay, clean that one off. Re-ink it. All right, here we go. Best birthday wishes again. So we're doing all birthday cards this time around. But like I said, you can use any sentiment you want in these. I think any of them would be nice for, like this one would be a nice anniversary card. That would be a super nice anniversary card. Okay. this we're going to glue in there. Okay. This we're going to glue over on the side. And fold it all up. And then we'll start putting this on. So this, if you look at it, I think I went like sideways, like that. Kind of like that. Now this I cut out in garden green. I'm just noticing that now. It's a little different, but still it goes with the greens in the set. So close your piece up, kind of eyeball where some of the glue needs to go. Lift it up. We're going to put some glue on the inside here and glue this down just on this center part. The rest of it can hang out. It doesn't need to be totally glued down. Well, you won't be able to, but right like that. Okay, it's going to go there. And so with this too, so you could do the same thing with this to cut this out if you wanted, especially here because it's hard to see. It's hard to see around that yellow. So I did this. This is how I cut it out. I drew around the whole thing, kind of as close as I could. I want a little bit of a border on it. So I did that all the way around and then I trimmed it. And it actually came out pretty good. So again, we will take, I don't know, is that eraser good? This eraser, if you have a good eraser on your pencil, you could use your pencil to erase any lines that might be left over. But I love that tip about cutting out stuff. I don't know about you, but I don't really like trying to keep even going all the way around without a line. And this makes it so easy. But it just takes a minute to draw around with the lines. You just have to be patient. And there's that piece. We are going to put this on with dimensionals. So let me grab my dimensionals. And I'm leaving some space down here to put that hello in. I can tuck that in underneath there. So I want a dimensional here and here, here and here. Right? Yeah, that's good. I have it go like that. I want to leave some space down there for my hello. See, that hello is in a different color too. That's in garden green. So I think when I ran out of that paper, I decided to do the mossy meadow. So that's why. And I'm just going to glue this hello in toward this side, tucking it underneath. Okay. And then two, you're going to have your flowers. Oh, here's the gems. I was looking for my gems. Oh, now that I got this all crooked now, don't I? Let's straighten that back out. Okay. All right, so there's 3 gems in here, and I put them right on the front of the flowers. So let's pick those up. And I put the big one. I put a big one on the big flower here. It doesn't really matter, I don't think, what size criminy. So sometimes if you can't use a pokey tool, you can use your scissors. This is what I used to do before they had all these other tools. I used to use the scissors. And that helps get your gems up too. You just need to get a little corner of that on, and then you can get it where it needs to go. Okay, those are for that. And then I do have the flowers here. We have 4 flowers. And what you can do if you want, I don't know about you, but I love Wink of Stella. You can Wink of Stella them to get them to sparkle. On this, I only put it on the center, but on these, I think I'm going to try and put it on the whole thing. So if you want, you can hold it down with a pokey tool. These are old. I've had these forever, literally 20 years, I think. There is a pokey tool on the take your pick tool that you can buy now too. All right, so I'm going to put those on Wink of Stella, and then I think I'm just going to glue those on. But you know what? I think I might want to poke those up. So in order to do this, I have an old kit from, it's this Heartfelt Creations. I had bought this flower kit one time when we went to a stamp show somewhere. Oh gosh, it was years ago. But I love this, and it helps with your flowers. So if you can get a big, I don't know if these are still available, but this is a cool thing to have. So I put them upside down and rolled them, and then I come in and I poke the centers, and it kind of helps bring them to life, if you want to, if you will. So I'm going to put a dot here, and then I put one down. And when you're using glue, you just have to let it sit a second to grab. Put one there. And then we'll put another one, another small one there. And you want to make sure you keep it on that side of the fold, because it's going to get folded on. And then we'll put the other one down here. How's that? So you can go back and just hold it in there until it grabs. See, those are already grabbed. That kind of is a little wonky, but that's grabbed. The little ones grab fast. But isn't that cute? Oh, that looks really cute with the Wink of Stella on it. That looks nice. And you could always do Wink of Stella on these flowers too if you wanted to. So that's your third card. What do you think? I'm hoping you really like these cards. They're so much fun, these fancy fold cards. Let me hold this up so you can snap a screenshot of that, and it gives you the, whoa, my fan is on, so it's kind of blowing it around a little bit, but hopefully you can get a decent picture if I hold it still. Okay, wait a second. All right, so that's the class today. I hope you had a good time. Remember, if you want to place an order, you can get this card kit for free with a $40 order using this hostess code on or before October 5th. That's when I'll close the party. I'm looking for my other card here. Here it is. Here it is. So there you go, guys. We're all set. I hope you had a good time. I hope that you like it, and give me a thumbs up. Follow me, share this video so it can get around. If you have any questions, you can always give me a call. Here's my phone number, and here's my email. So thanks for stopping by. I'm glad you could come. Have a great day.